In an abandoned house, two drunk homeless individuals argue about their pitiful lives. Suddenly, an earthquake begins, and a person in a protective suit emerges from underground. The homeless individuals are horrified by what they see and even lose consciousness. But who is this person, and where did they come from? Hello everyone, this is Movie Hanger, and today we have a brief summary of the 1999 comedy film titled Blast from the Past. The events of the film unfold in 1962 during the Cuban Missile Crisis. Nothing foreshadowed trouble. Dr. Kelvin Weber organized a party and invited all his acquaintances and colleagues. Everyone around is having fun and engaging in mundane conversations when suddenly a man rushes into the house, urgently asking to turn on the television.
Kennedy is going toe-to-toe with Khrushchev on television right now.
The President of America announces tense relations with the Soviet Union and the possibility of a nuclear war. Upon hearing this news, Kelvin asks everyone to disperse.
Okay, folks, let's go.
After all, he, more than anyone else, believes in a nuclear strike against the USA. The man takes his pregnant wife Helen, and together they head to the bunker he secretly constructed over a long period without anyone knowing. At that moment, a fighter jet flying over the city begins to crash due to a malfunction. The pilot ejects, but the plane heads straight for the Weber house. Following a rough landing and subsequent explosion, Kelvin is thoroughly convinced that the bombing has commenced. The bunker's locks automatically closed for 35 years, the duration of the half-life of radioactive elements. Meanwhile, authorities and neighbors on the surface believe that the Webers perished in the plane crash. Inside the bunker, everything looks like an ordinary house to provide a sense of familiarity. Helen surveys everything around her, but suddenly, she begins to experience contractions. Kelvin assists with the delivery. They have absolutely everything they need to sustain life in the bunker. All medications, all supplies, unlimited electricity, and even construction materials. The Webers simulate real life to the best of their ability. Their newborn son gradually grows up. They named him Adam. Kelvin educates him in science, martial arts, sports, and even politics. On the other hand, Helen teaches the boy good manners, dancing, and social skills. Kelvin shows his son baseball cards he used to collect, but Adam doesn't even know what baseball is. On the surface, 91 years have already passed. Many years have elapsed, and people have undergone significant changes since 1965. They transitioned from being calm and peace-loving to becoming aggressive. It's now the 95th year. The entire family celebrates their son's birthday, presents him with gifts, and inquires about his wish. Adam expresses a strong desire to meet a girl. Kelvin confesses that when they finally emerge, he will miss the shelter immensely. However, Helen disagrees with him. The woman heavily indulges in alcohol and begins to lose her sanity. And here comes the day when the doors of the bunker opened. It has been 35 years. Outside, people argue about whether God exists. Kelvin, as planned, emerges from underground in an anti-radiation suit. His appearance shocks the homeless.
I come in peace.
The man can't believe that his home has turned into an abandoned bar. He is horrified by what he sees. Around him are homeless people, women of easy virtue, filth, and various kinds of indecency.
If you want a boy, I can be a boy. And if you want a girl, I can be a girl.
Returning to the bunker, he tells the family the following. People have survived, but it seems that radiation has spawned subtypes of mutants.
They can be both masculine, feminine.
He believes that outside there is complete chaos and persuades the family to continue living in the shelter. Helen disagrees with this. She categorically objects to further staying in the bunker. Kelvin suddenly suffers a heart attack and becomes seriously ill. At the same time, supplies are running out. Helen thinks it's better to send Adam upstairs to buy everything they need, but Adam wants to find himself a girlfriend.
I've been thinking about that a little. Just these last 15 years or so.
When he goes to the surface, he meets that same homeless man. The homeless man thinks Adam is a god. Adam sees the sky and other people for the first time. To those around him, he looks strange.
Run for your life! Run, 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 run for your life!
He gets on a bus and starts a conversation with the people sitting nearby, which makes them a little nervous.
Driver, please stop the bus immediately! I wish to get off!
After that, Adam finds a hypermarket to buy groceries. In the store, he realizes that he doesn't know his home address and, essentially, he is lost. He gets on a bus and goes wherever it takes him. Getting off at a bus stop, he notices a store that buys baseball cards. He plans to sell them all, not knowing how valuable these cards are. A girl named Eva warns him that the store owner wants to cheat him and that these cards are actually worth a fortune. Adam falls in love with Eva at first sight and leaves with her. They engage in a dialogue during which Adam accidentally frightens the girl. He asks her to take him to the hotel, and in return, he will give her a $4,000 card. Eva agrees. Upon reaching the hotel, the girl girl takes the card and immediately leaves. Checking into the room, Adam notices the window and is frightened by the height. Many things are unfamiliar to him, such as seeing beautiful girls on TV. But suddenly, unexpectedly, Ava comes to the hotel. She admits that she can't keep that expensive card for herself. She feels very uncomfortable about it. He learns that she has neither a boyfriend nor a husband.
Thank you!
Good, stop that. Don't.
Adam is very happy about this and confesses that he has fallen in love with her. But Eva doesn't want any relationships because she doesn't trust men. Each time she falls in love only with handsome and foolish guys, and Adam gets an idea. He offers Eva a job. She must sell all his baseball cards and help purchase groceries and supplies. She also helps deliver all of this to his home. He says it will take approximately 2 weeks. After discussing the salary, the girl agrees. They purchase a huge amount of various goods and load everything into the truck. Ava takes Adam to the hotel and says she will pick him up at 8 in the morning. In the morning, they transported all these groceries to the warehouse. They still need to buy a lot of things. Adam admits that without Eva, he wouldn't have coped. Sitting in the car, Adam asks her for a favor. He desperately needs to find a wife, so he asks Eve to find him a woman. The main thing is that she is not a mutant. Eva gives him a ride in the car, but he almost gets into an accident. They arrived at her house. There she meets her ex, who takes his things. Adam spends the night at Eva's place. There, he meets Eva's friend named Troy.
He's gay, by the way.
Eva tries to guess where Adam came from and takes his hand to palm read him. She thinks he came from Alaska. Adam pretends she guessed right, and Troy tries to interrogate Adam. Meanwhile, Helen tried to go up to the surface, but meeting crazy people there, she comes back down. Adam goes rollerblading. He continues to observe people and the world around, and suddenly notices the ocean. Taking off his clothes, he goes for a swim. He is very happy to finally see the ocean with his own eyes. The guys continue to distribute provisions, and even visited a baseball match, so Adam finally learned what baseball is. Adam again thinks about finding a wife. Eva clearly hints that she wants to be more than just a friend to him, but Adam doesn't understand this, and they come to a club. There, they meet Eva's friend named Sophie, but Eva wouldn't want them to be together because Sophie is promiscuous. Eva chooses a girl in the club for Adam to approach and introduce himself. He accidentally flirts and ends up dancing with 2 girls instead of 1. Eva watches this, and by her face, it's clear she is very jealous. Eva calls Adam to the table. He is just starting to tell her about his real past when Eva's ex approaches and takes her away. Adam is not happy with this and approaches them. Eva's ex wants to beat Adam, but Adam defends himself as his father taught him. Eva argues with Adam and goes home. Troy notices that Eva fell in love with the main character, but the girl doesn't want to admit it. Troy says that Adam left with Sophie, and this causes Eva to have a panic attack. The girl wants to go after Adam. She runs out of the house and gets behind the wheel, but then Adam appears and accidentally frightens her. At home, he treats Eva's wounds and sings her a song. They kiss, but then Adam admits that he doesn't know what it's like to be with a girl, and he tells her his whole story about how his father built a bunker under the house, about how a nuclear bomb once exploded and they lived there for 35 years. But Eva doesn't believe Adam and asks him to leave, thinking he's gone mad. The next day, Adam notices the very place that is above the bunker and can finally return home to his parents. Arriving at Eva's place, Adam meets unfamiliar people. They ask him to tell about his life in the bunker. These are doctors from the clinic that Eva called. Adam runs away from them. Eva is scared, and Adam leaves. He comes home and tells his parents everything that happened. Eva comes to him in the hotel room, takes his cards, and plans to return them to Adam. They discover that his belongings are actually from the 60s and realize that Adam was not lying and he is not crazy. Troy also finds valuable IBM stock certificates that are worth millions today. Adam was telling the truth all along. Eva goes with Troy to look for him and meets him completely by chance. Eva runs to Adam and they kiss. At the same time, Kelvin is preparing to lock his family inside for another 10 years. Adam takes Eva to his parents. Soon, Eva establishes a relationship with Adam's family. Adam tells his parents that he needs to leave with Eva before returning to the bunker. Kelvin and Helen agree to keep the shelter closed for another 2 months. During this time, Adam and Eva sell his father's stocks. Later, he builds a new house for his parents outside the city. It's identical to their home that was destroyed in 1962. Adam explains that there was never a nuclear war and there was no bombing. Instead, a plane crashed into their house, and the Soviet Union actually collapsed on its own. However, Kelvin still plans to build a new bomb shelter, despite all of his son's stories. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe, or a plane will fall on your house. Goodbye.